Hi. So a few days ago, a friend of mine shared a story on Facebook about this dad who went into a shop where formula was being sold and stole a tin of formula, hid it in his clothing, and he was seen on the CCTV camera. He was caught. He almost got lynched, and his explanation was a very heartbreaking one. His explanation was that he had a baby at home who would not eat unless the food had that particular formula in it. And he was a dad, he couldn't allow his child to starve. And that is why he went to steal that tin of formula so that his baby could eat. So this friend was sharing this story because she wanted to make some interventions and donations and so on, formula, diapers for this family. And my reaction or my comment was that this baby should be breastfeeding. And the question came that, I don't know how old this baby is, but my answer was the same. Babies who are under 6 months old should be exclusively breastfeeding. More importantly, if that family cannot afford formula, I'm not saying if you can afford formula, then it's best for your baby. No, breast is best. But we are talking about this particular situation. So the baby should be exclusively breastfeeding until the baby is 6 months old. And from 6 months old, anything that could be mixed with formula or anything that formula could be put into for this baby, breast milk could be put into it as well. So this baby, for instance, who was eating porridge mixed with formula and would not eat it until there was formula in it, should have been having porridge with breast milk in it. Any baby who can eat formula can eat breast milk, or drink formula can drink breast milk. So this family should be breastfeeding their baby in whichever way that they can. A lot of people were surprised that I said that you can put express breast milk into a baby's porridge. What about you? Are you surprised? Have you heard it before? Have you tried it before? What is your experience? But yes, you can put express breast milk into a baby's porridge for them. It is milk. It is milk. It's just that it's coming from a human being. And think about it. It is human milk for a human baby, right? So babies who are on complementary feeding can have breast milk put into their complementary feed for them, just the way you would do formula or the way you would do other milks for them. It is healthy, it is from a human source, and there is nothing wrong with it. The next question was, what if because of the financial hardship in this family, the mother is not eating well? Should this mother also still be breastfeeding? And the answer is yes. It is even more important in families experiencing financial hardships for their babies to breastfeed, because think about it. First, it is going to save money for them. Secondly, a family that does not have money is likely going to find it difficult to take their child to hospital when the child is sick. And this family, because they don't have money, may actually be wanting a tin of formula to go a long way. So what happens is that the mixing may not be happening well. And so that baby is at risk of malnutrition. But that baby should be breastfeeding to protect from disease and to have the right nutrition. So that baby should be breastfeeding. It is very rare for mothers not to be able to produce breast milk because they themselves are not feeding well. The amount of food you need in a day to make sure that you get breast milk is very small. In fact, most of us overeat. Most of us eat about 4,000 calories a day. But a mother who is having 1,500 or more calories a day will produce breast milk. Of course, it is true that if the mother has some micronutrient deficiencies, the composition of the breast milk may change a bit. But this change is not significant when you look at it in the context of all the benefits that a child is going to be getting from the breastfeeding. So yes, this family should be breastfeeding. And then somebody said, what if because of the stress of thinking about the financial hardship and all that, the mother has stopped producing breast milk? What stress does is that it delays the letdown. It delays the breast milk coming into the baby's mouth when the baby is breastfeeding. So stress is not good. You should find ways of relieving your stress. And if you are stressed, I'm so sorry. But stress will not make you stop producing breast milk. What stress does is that it delays the milk coming into the baby's mouth when you are breastfeeding. So find ways of managing the stress by all means. But what you need to do is to just keep at it. The baby initially at the breast will fast, will cry and so on because no milk is coming into the baby's mouth. But in some minutes, the milk will begin to come down. So what I'm trying to say is that families that are vulnerable, they should breastfeed, like this one, where this father almost got lynched. And imagine he got lynched and then he needed to go to hospital. He could even have lost his life. The next question was, what if the mother had already stopped breastfeeding? Well, that is a difficult one. If the mother has already stopped breastfeeding, then it is very difficult to begin to breastfeed again. But it is also possible. It is easier when the baby is less than 6 months old. It is easier to re-establish breastfeeding. But even when the baby is more than 6 months old, breastfeeding can be re-established. The mother just has to be patient and keep at it, and the breast milk will begin to come. But anyway, the big picture I want to paint or talk about is that a family that does not have money, and now a lot of us don't have money, including myself, because times are hard. You know, the times that we are in now, everything is hard. Formula is expensive. There's formula shortage in a lot of countries. Some countries are recalling certain brands of formula from the shelves because of production issues. In these times, you should breastfeed your baby. It is even more important if you cannot afford formula. You should breastfeed your baby. So that was my contribution, and that would have been my intervention for this family if I had met them, that this family should breastfeed their baby, no matter the age of this baby, as long as the baby is drinking porridge and they are putting formula into it. This baby should be breastfeeding. But of course, you know, beyond a certain age, we know that breast milk is not going to supply all the nutrients that the baby needs. That is why from 6 months, we recommend that you start complementary feeding. And then family foods. Family foods, you just have to find ways of making them nutritious for the baby. So I'm not saying that the baby, if it's 5 years old, should necessarily be breastfeed. But assuming this baby is a 1-year-old baby, a 2-year-old baby, this baby could have breast milk mixed into the food for the baby. And think about all the amount of money that would have been saved, all the embarrassment that this father would have been saved from what happened. And this is a true story. I am not joking about it. I wish I could mention the friend's name so that you go and check it out. But this is a true story. So please, let's breastfeed our babies. You know, breast is best. Even if you can afford formula, breast is best for the reasons that I have said in other videos. What do you think? This is a real life story. What do you think? What's your take? Share it in the comment section. And please subscribe to my channel. When you subscribe, hit the notification button so that when I upload content, you will find it, you will know about it, and you will watch it. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, just leave it in the comment section and I'll get to it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.